Sing it if you know it. Shall I introduce? This is Zognit Kenmol, otherwise known as the Partisan Song or Partisaner Lied. And the lyrics are by Hirsch Glick, and the music is by Dmitry and Daniil Pokras. And I'll give you a little intro. Hirsch Glick was born in 1920 in Vilna. When the Soviets freed Lithuania, Glick frequently contributed his songs to Jewish Soviet newspapers. During the German occupation, the young writer found himself in the concentration camp Weisse Veka, 12 kilometers from Vilna. In 1943, the Jews in the camp were transferred to the Vilna ghetto, and Glick joined the partisan camp in the ghetto. The partisan staff distributed Zot Nit Kenmol to be used as a hymn. When the ghetto was liquidated, Glick didn't show up to join his partisan comrades because the Gestapo intercepted him and sent him to a concentration camp in Estonia. When the Red Army began its assault on the Baltic countries, Glick escaped from the camp to the nearby woods, where he died in the struggle against the Germans. He was inspired to write the lyrics by the news of the Warsaw Ghetto uprising. And this song became a symbol of resistance against Nazi persecution. And it was adopted by a number of Jewish partisan groups in Eastern Europe. Zog Nit Kenmol. And Rabbi, what page?
Yes, it's actually in the back of the book, page 372.
So I just learned the first verse. So maybe I'll do that, and then we'll continue as a nigun. And if anyone knows any more, then we can go ahead. And the translation of this verse that we'll sing is, "Never say you are walking the last road. Despite leaden skies, obscuring blue days, the hour we have longed for will come. Our step will beat out like a drum. We are here." Zog nit Kenmol eins to them, let's take it back. Horst himlen bleinen, vorstellen, moinen klein. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Schau. Sveta point und unser Treut mir seinen Dom. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Schau. Sveta point und unser Weib mir seinen Dom. Let's do it as a nigun. Lai, lai, lai. Yes, it's Yiddish. Although I don't know Yiddish.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The period between Pesach and Shavuot, 7 weeks of 7 days, is really a very intense one, second only to the beginning of the new year. And that is something that has occurred in the lifetime of many of the people in this room. Because barely 2 weeks after Pesach, we meet Yom HaShoah v'Hagvura, which actually occurred yesterday. And then next week, Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel Independence Day. The day before that, Yom HaZikaron, Israel Memorial Day. Many people were surprised to learn, if they didn't know, that Israel Memorial Day and Independence Day run one into the other. At the same time, we're counting the 49 days. That's called Sfirat Omer, the counting of the Omer. Before Shavuot, there's also Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day. So especially for Israel, but for the Jewish community worldwide, there's this roller coaster of emotions from the joy of Pesach, then Yom HaShoah, Yom HaZikaron, Yom HaAtzmaut, Yom Yerushalayim, and finally Shavuot. I was just corresponding with an Israeli friend yesterday who said, I can't get any work done during this period of time because he said there's just so much happening plus everything else. And so this evening, we are commemorating Yom HaShoah. Next week, at our Shabbat service, Yom HaAtzmaut. And in the religious school this Sunday, a combination of both. In fact, in Israel, this Shabbat has a new name. Just really that's been coined in the last 10 to 15 years, Shabbat Tikuma, which means the Sabbath of revival, as we emotionally move from the Holocaust to the birth of the State of Israel. I also want to point out, since I'm mentioning the calendar, that ironically and strangely, most of the world community commemorates a Holocaust Remembrance Day in January. International Holocaust Remembrance Day, not so much the Jewish community, and that was picked because it was the day of the liberation of Auschwitz. But Yom HaShoah, which we as Jews commemorate now, its full name is Yom HaShoah V'HaGvura, and that's intentional. The Knesset made that intentional in the 1950s, the day of the Shoah, the Holocaust, V'HaGvura, and of bravery. And the day that was picked was the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, which occurred at this particular time, because modern Israel wanted to stress the resistance that also occurred along with the slaughter. So that is how the calendar has come to be, and how the springtime now is so full and so intense between Pesach and Shavuot. You see that just before the service, I lit a yellow memorial candle. It actually has a Jewish star imprinted in the wax itself. This is a Holocaust memorial candle that's distributed by the Federation of Men's Clubs, and this is the meditation that they offer before the lighting. As we light this yellow candle, we vow never to forget the lives of the Jewish men, women, and children who are symbolized by this flame. They were tortured and brutalized by human beings who acted like beasts. Their lives were taken in cruelty. May we be inspired to learn more about our 6 million brothers and sisters as individuals and as communities, to recall their memory now so that they will not suffer a double death. May we recall not only the terror of their deaths, but also the splendor of their lives. May the memory of their lives inspire us to hallow our own lives and to live meaningful Jewish lives so that we may help to ensure that part of who they were shall endure always. And now we turn to the kindling for the Shabbat candles on page 3. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Together, O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak to our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts.
And our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu
On page 29, there is one who sings the song of his own life, finding everything within himself. There is one who leaves the circle of herself and sings the song of her people. There is one whose voice rings with the song of humanity, hoping for the highest perfection. And there is one who rises even higher, uniting with all creatures, with all worlds, filling the universe with song. Nivarech, let us bless. I would like to call upon Reina to come forward to help us in a number of the prayers this evening. This is kind of like it because next week is her bat mitzvah. So this will be good practice for her. We turn to the Baruch Hu, our call to worship. On the previous page, page 28, please rise. We will interdisperse readings and songs appropriate for Yom HaShoah throughout our service. I often comment how the two prayers in between the Baruch Hu and the Shema begin by giving thanks to the world, for the world of nature around us, and then for the world of the spirit within us. There's a famous poem turned into a song by Hannah Senesh. Hannah Senesh, the young Hungarian Jew, who made Aliyah while still in her teens, and then volunteered to parachute behind enemy lines to save fellow Hungarian Jews during the war. She was captured and she was killed, but not before she left a legacy of wonderful poems. And this one is a simple poem, but it speaks about the world of nature and the world of the spirit. It's Eli, Eli, and it's in the song section on page 349 at the bottom. We turn back to page 34 and join with Reina in the Shema and the V'ahavta.
ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ובשלך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Continuing with our song of liberation, Mi Chamocha, on page 40.
אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We will offer the Hashkivenu prayer in a new melody this evening. It's on page 42. It takes on special significance when we read, "Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow."
this melody is a relatively new melody by Joey Weisenberg. And as the rabbi said, it does take on new meaning. And I think that Joey Weisenberg chose to reflect on these particular verses about the enemies. Shield us, remove us from enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces. It even has the word Satan, the evil forces that surround us. So these are not the verses that we usually sing, and the melody reflects the darkness of these words and the need and the prayer for God's protection.
That was a very powerful melody. I wouldn't want to sing it each Shabbat, but it is certainly appropriate for this particular Shabbat. So thank you for that. Page 44, The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. The Carlbach melody for Visham. For the Tefillah Amidah prayer that connects our faith to the faith of our ancestors, page 46, we rise.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Ya na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Ya na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh hakol, v'zocher hasdei avot v'ima'ot, u'mevii geulam lebneihem, leman shemo ve'ahava. Melech hozer Moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, v'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor leolam Adonai, mechaye hakol atah rav leoshia, morid hatal, mechayel hayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim ramim, somech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim. Umakayem emunato lishene afar mikamo Ne'eman ata lecha hayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Let's read together on the top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. The ever necessary prayer of peace, Shalom Rav, on page 60. Now, at the end of the Amidah, our thoughts turn to those of our loved ones in need of healing, be this the healing of body or healing of soul. As we do every week and will continue to do, we first think of those still sitting in darkness, still sitting in captivity, and bring to mind the hostages and their family. As I come around, if you would like to name someone for this healing prayer, please do so. מי שברך אבותינו ואמותינו, הוא ישלח במהרה רפואה שלמה, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, ונאמר Amen. We sing our healing prayer. $2.53. Let's see it in the middle. Thank you. In the full edition of Mishkan Tefillah, we use the Shabbat edition. There are more extensive readings for the holidays, and this is a reading before the moment of silence for Yom HaShoah and Shabbat Yom HaShoah. We begin with silence, the silence of death, the silence after destruction. There are times when song falters, when darkness fills life, when martyrdom becomes a constellation of faith against the unrelieved black of space about us. There are no words to reach beyond the edge of night, no messenger to tell the full tale. There is only silence, the silence of Job, the silence of the 6 million, the silence of memory. Let us remember them as we link our silences. We pause.
Ani ma'amin. I believe with perfect faith in the coming of the Messiah. And even if he be delayed, I will await him. This text is Maimonides' 13 Principles of Faith, and can be found is it I don't know if it can be found in this version.
371. The Second World War and the Holocaust ended 80 years ago, this year, in 1945. Any person who is really old enough to remember the Holocaust is now at about 90 or older. And those who served in their late 90s. I read today that there are still approximately 200,000 Holocaust survivors in the world, most in Israel, second here, and then of course in many other countries. But when you stop and think about it, when my grandchildren, young grandchildren, are adults, there won't be anybody left who personally lived through and remembers the Holocaust. It just adds an urgency now to remembering, perpetuating their words and their music and the story of their lives, as we are doing now. And as is reflected in a famous poem by the Israeli poet Avraham Shalansky. Almost every Israeli knows this poem in the Hebrew, but I'll read it in the English. In the presence of eyes which witnessed the slaughter, which saw the oppression, the heart could not bear. And as witness, the heart that once taught compassion until the days came to pass that crushed human feeling, I have taken an oath to remember it all, to remember, not once to forget. Forget not one thing to the last generation, when degradation shall cease, to the last, to its ending, when the rod of instruction shall have come to conclusion. An oath not in vain passed over the night of terror. An oath, no morning shall see me at flesh pots again. An oath, lest from this we learned nothing. Another song in Yiddish from the Warsaw Ghetto.
I'm going to try my hand at some more Yiddish, so you'll please be forgiving. This I found an interesting story about an interesting song. It's called Unter deine weiße Stern, Under Your White Stars. The words are by Avraham Sutzkever. The music is by Avram Brudno. Sutzkever's daughter, Mirela, explains that her father wrote it in the Vilna ghetto, from which he was to escape into the forest only weeks before the liquidation of the ghetto in September 1943. Sutzkever addresses God directly in the song. Let the empty heavens hearken to my humble prayer, expressing his agony and praying for some acknowledgement. How I pray that God will listen to my lonely song tonight. So we'll just sing the first verse, but I'm going to read you the translation of all the verses. It's beautiful. In the sky, the stars all glisten. Here below, I am lost in pain. When I pray, does no one listen? Is my weeping all in vain? As I watch, the stars all darken. All alone, I stand and stare. Let the empty heavens hearken to my broken-hearted prayer. Let the empty heavens hearken to my humble prayer. Take my prayers and take my yearning. These are everything I own. In my head a fire is burning, but my heart has turned to stone. Cellars seethe with hell and fire. Streets are paved with black despair. To the rooftops, climbing higher, Father, let me find you there. To the rooftops, ever higher, let me find you there. Silent screams are deafening, and moaning ghosts are everywhere. I am like a broken string, but still I sing my broken prayer. In the sky, the stars still glisten, lilies in a field of white. How I pray that God will listen to my lonely song tonight. How I pray that God will listen to my song tonight.
after the Aleinu prayer, but before the Kaddish, the Cantor will chant the El Malei Rachamim, the memorial chant in memory of all those who were lost. For the Aleinu, the bottom of page 282, please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו חכם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמאו ושכינתו זו אלפי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו כך כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך היא אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל והארץ מתחתינו ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
אל מלא רחמים, שוכן במרומים, הנצא מנוחה נכונה, תחת כנפי השכינה. אם קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע, מזהירים ונשמות יקירנו על קידוש השם שהלכו לעולם עמם. כל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולם ויצרור בצרור החיים את נשמתם Adonai hu nachalatam ve'anuchu b'shalom al mishkavo ve'nomar Amen.
In addition to the memory of the 6 million countless yortzites, on this Shabbat we also call to mind the yortzite, the anniversary of the passing of Peter Norley, father of Stuart Norley. On this Shabbat we do also mention the death of Pope Francis, an inspiration to millions. For all those close to our hearts and for all those for whom there may be no one to say Kaddish, and we're very aware of how many that is on this day. In love and reverence, we join together in the words of the Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbi Be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'hayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromak v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shemei t'kudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nekamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Osei shalom imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. Marshall.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi, for the beautiful solemn words for Yom HaShoah, and thank you for the beautiful melodies and prayers we did tonight. Thank you, Raina, for leading services, for leading the prayers for us. We have a regular schedule this weekend of Torah study at 10 o'clock tomorrow and religious school at 9 o'clock on Sunday. And just another reminder for May 4th at 4 o'clock, we have the Tavim concert. We've had really very good surge in responses, but if you still wish to come, you can RSVP to events at adasemuno.org. And we're not sending out tickets, but we'll acknowledge your RSVP and hope to see many people there. And also thank you to Vera Kishinevsky for sponsoring tonight's donate. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I want to second that. Tavim is amazing. I've seen them so many times, and I can't wait, so don't miss it.
It's just a nice way to lift spirits for Yom Ha'atzmaut and help support Israel with our enthusiasm. So we look forward to seeing you. The concert is gratis, but you're welcome to make a donation at any of the specified levels. So between the service on Friday, the bat mitzvah on Saturday, and the concert on Sunday, and religious school, and our exhibit at Leonia Day, it's going to be a full weekend next week for sure. And the rain that was initially in the forecast, I think, has gone away. So we're very hopeful about that. We will conclude our service with those words that, as the Cantor mentioned, Anima Amin, they're part of Maimonides' declaration of faith, but they became something of a mantra to many survivors, who clung to faith despite it all. And to this day, reciting Ani Ma'amin is certainly a declaration of faith under all circumstances. Ani Ma'amin, if you want to look at those words again, page 371. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.